Polar bears are being increasingly threatened by the effects of climate change, but their disappearance could have far-reaching consequences. They are uniquely adapted to the extreme conditions of the Arctic Circle, where temperatures can reach -40 degrees Celsius. One reason for this is that they have up to 11 centimeters of fat underneath their skin for harsher winters.
Currently in South Australia, the majority of people who have a positive COVID-19 test result will stay in the community in their home or in supervised or supported care. A team of health professionals will carry out an assessment and ask you a series of questions, including identifying your symptoms, your medical history, and if you can safely isolate away from others. One of the unidentifiable objects in this study lies just outside Centaurus A, an elliptical galaxy located about 12 million light-years from Earth. The other is in a globular cluster of stars found just outside NGC 4636, another elliptical galaxy located 47 million light-years from Earth in the constellation Virgo.
The soft sand beneath your feet molds to your steps as you walk along the beach. The salty ocean air invigorates your senses, and the sound of waves crashing against the shore is like music to your ears. You close your eyes and let the warmth of the sun caress your skin. In this moment, you are at peace with yourself and the world. Bask in the beauty of nature and feel the serenity it brings.
Usually, age is determined by physical characteristics, such as teeth or bones. Great, if you have a body. Researchers have tried unsuccessfully to use blood. But in this study, the scientists used immune cells called T cells. Cells recognize invaders through receptors that match molecules on bacteria, viruses, even tumors. The cellular activity that produces these receptors also produces a type of circular DNA molecule as a byproduct.
National study into fraud by bookkeepers employed at small and medium-sized businesses has uncovered 65 instances of theft in more than 5 years, with more than $31 million stolen. Of the cases identified by the research, 56 involved women and 9 instances involved men. However, male bookkeepers who defrauded their employer stole 3 times, on average, the amount that women stole.
A typical fence with a few wires allows most animals such as lions or wild dogs to go over, under, or through it. For larger mammals, such as elephants and giraffes, we will create large fence gaps that consist of a sloping, loose rock wall. Because of rhinos' short, stubby legs, they are unable to scale these rock piles.
As to the Industrial Revolution, one cannot dispute today the fact that it has succeeded in inaugurating in a number of countries a level of mass prosperity which was undreamed of in the days preceding the Industrial Revolution. But, on the immediate impact of Industrial Revolution, there were substantial divergences among writers.
Many people think that mediums like TV and newspapers focus too much on bad news. They think that this is a trying issue for society to consider because it can lead to many other serious problems such as bad behavior, vandalism, and burglaries. By watching graphic images of such details on TV, people become hardened and then find it difficult to distinguish between right and wrong.
A better government plan is based on the assumption that government has a positive role to play in improving people's lives but could perform this function far more effectively than it does now. What distinguishes the better government plan from the other two is that instead of changing the size of government, it reallocates spending in ways designed to improve government performance.
Line engraving on metal, which, to a great extent, was a development of the goldsmith's craft of ornamenting armor and precious metals, did not emerge as a printmaking technique until well into the 15th century. Copper, the metal mainly used for engraving, was expensive, and engraving itself was laborious and took a long time.
Since their emergence, films have played a significant role in the lives of people around the world. Movies have the power to share new ideas and teach lessons about the past or future. Sometimes, films only exist to entertain us. Just like there are many different styles of art, there are many different styles of film.
The gentle pitter-patter of raindrops on the roof creates a soothing melody. A cup of hot tea warms your hands, and the flickering candlelight adds a cozy ambience. As you snuggle under a soft blanket, you lose yourself in a good book. The world outside may be chaotic, but in this moment, everything is perfect. Enjoy the simple pleasures of life and cherish this peaceful moment.
The ritual of the state opening of Parliament still illustrates the basis of the British Constitution. The sovereignty of the royal family has passed to the sovereignty of Parliament, leaving the monarchy with the trappings of power, while prime ministers are still denied the kind of status that is given to American and French presidents.
The threat from infectious pathogens is greater today than ever. The outbreak, or even resurgence of infectious diseases has shown how these types of diseases could in fact undermine a state's control of what happens within its territory. Yet, it is unclear whether growing recognition of the severity of the threat of infectious diseases has led to adequate policy responses and definitive action by states.
Two former fighters of the Russian private military company Wagner have told for their horrific experiences on the battlefield in eastern Ukraine, and how anyone who faltered was immediately shot by their own commanders.
Lawmakers are pushing a plan to fight what they perceive as a threat to democracy: the sharp decline of local news coverage. The United States has lost 1/3 of its local newspapers in the past decade. Those that remain are operating with far fewer reporters than they used to, as more than half of total journalism jobs in the United States have disappeared over the same period.
If you have a chronic disease such as heart disease, diabetes, asthma, or back or joint pain, exercise can have important health benefits. However, it is important to talk to your doctor before starting an exercise routine. He or she might have advice on what exercises are safe and any precautions you might need to take while exercising.